We're gonna go right on in, because of the time, right on into our special meeting, the voting precincts. Anybody wants to can come up here. I've got maps, all the paperwork. So that way, everybody kind of look at it and make a decision on how the commission wants to move forward on the voting precincts.
We had originally discussed doing away with setting a number and however many voters we had below that number, but geographically, that's almost impossible to do.
Right. We got some that was on the original, when we first started talking about it, that crossed over lines, 22 and 23 district. So we gotta make sure whatever changes are made, that we don't split those. Right?
That
22,
can be
23.
split, it just has to be, you know, Kathy would have to work with it.
It just make it harder if it was split.
You're gonna have to have more balance for that precinct.
Ballot style.
Ballot
The
style.
more
Yeah.
diverse, the divided you got it, I mean, you know, but you want to try to keep your districts together.
Right.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you got your, what you're talking about is your,
Congressional district.
Yeah, I think we can make some consolidation without getting into crossing over lines.
I wish we had the congressional district map overlaid on top of this as well.
Well,
It would help considerably.
We've already got, I mean, we have 5 every election that have,
Overlaps already.
yeah, that have 2, 3, 4, 5 is the most. Macedonia and Mint Creek have 5 different ballot styles. But that's just, there's no way to get around that, that's just the way it goes.
If we can do
There's
that,
no way to follow all
if
those
we can
lines.
combine these two instead of these two to prevent some of that, it would be, you know,
Those
instead of
two are
compounding the
outlying
problem.
areas. Mr. Venable, those two are in outlying areas, Macedonia and Mink Creek. You wouldn't have to worry about those because those couldn't be combined whatsoever with Mink Creek being on Highway 79. That's one congressional district, and then Macedonia. The ones that, in my experience, the last 7 years, I've looked at are in the valley. You've got, when you turn off of Highway 72, going into the valley, you cross the railroad tracks, the first polling precinct you come to is Garth. And then you move on down to Trenton. And then you've gotta think about the geographical spacage. If we look at Princeton, from Princeton to Bishop, which some call the Swain community, that's 3 miles. From Bishop to Estelfort, that's another 3 miles. From Princeton again to Putman Mountain is 3 miles. Putman Mountain voted, I think, 11, and the most they voted since I've been a county employee. So all those are the same district. And there's 3 miles. We're looking at the horse and buggy days of yesteryear that people couldn't get to a voting precinct. Now by car, you're looking at 3 to 5 minutes. The longest portion of that is coming from Putman Mountain because of the way the road is.
right.
But all those in the valley themselves, and then you might look at Limrock Asphalt. You've got one voting precinct at the waterworks on Highway 72. Then you've got the Limrock Fire Department, which is about 3 miles apart. So that's another one you could look at. There's quite a few on the maps that we gave you on that.
And like the folks at Larkinville, some of those live in the city limits of Scottsboro, can't vote in county elections, and then if you moved, Larkinville, further away toward Limrock, you're gonna wind up with additional congressional. I don't know if we can get this done in a short period of time. There's a lot to study. I mean, but some of them are easy, you know, some of them are, you know, no-brainers, but some of them are will take some study. Now, I think once we come up with something, we need to get input from poll workers, because
Another issue.
They know how confusing hard it is, you know, with the ballots, more so than we do. I mean, they're the ones that,
Another issue that we've always discussed, and I discussed it with Mr. Duffy, was the two schools that we use. And we're talking about the safety of the kids, you know, it's free access, Macedonia and North Sand Mountain, Higdon. And Mr. Duffy has talked to different people, but I don't know what you can do with that, you know, because it's open access to anybody. And so that's one of the things that the principals have come to me about. And I directed them towards Superintendent Dukes. And that's something that may come up at a later date.
maybe we have it at schools, just,
Those two, Macedonia and Higdon. With North Sand Mountain High School.
I don't like them being in the school. I mean, personally.
Wherever you put it, you're gonna have to have
No.
handicap access, restrooms.
I wish they
So
were
many
all
people
at
are
fire
meeting
departments.
outside some
you
of
know,
these places.
Getting over here on District 4, that's where the majority of them are. And I've tried to meet with my poll workers, talk with several of them. Several of them understand, some of them don't, not too happy. But I told them the situation is, I said basically 4 elections per year. If you get into that, it's $3,000. Part of them we had to carry out porta johns. You know, they had to pick those up, having to bring them back. What I'd like to see happen, and that's with these poll workers, part of them will just come out and tell you. I mean, I've had some of them said, hey, you know, they're wanting to change it and move it to Princeton. It's 15 miles from the railroad track to Princeton, not counting all the little crooks and crannies up on the creeks and things. And I'd like to see the Bishop precinct, which is Swain and Ulster Fork, be combined into one at the fire hall. Like Kathy said, you need facilities, bathroom facilities, handicap facilities. On the Trenton and Garth, I'd like to see them brought together and be put at Trenton at the fire hall. The Holly Tree, Princeton, and Hambrick, Putnam Mountain, bring them all together and be put at Princeton at the fire hall. And they've kind of agreed with that there. The people at Garth would be willing to come up. They said they'd come up to Trenton, that would work. Ulster Fork did not want, if you go all the way to hell Ulster Fork, up past Gray's Chapel, which some of you Felix probably knows in back roads, and come back down to Princeton, you're gonna be looking at about 16 miles, 17 basically. And they would like to have that one at the fire hall there, because it's a lot of elderly folks. And I talked to Clifford Hutchins, and he kind of done a survey out there at Garth, and he said, I've just been trying to put these things back together where voters will come together. And he has, he worked hard. He said, I can name you off about 14 voters that just said, hey, if they're gonna take it away from us, we just won't vote. And I said, well, I'm gonna try, instead of having 7 in Bankrock Valley, cut it down to 3. It's what, on this part right here would be. Keep them all at the local fire departments. They all got handicap facilities, bathrooms, and nothing involved, elsewhere.
Could you go over again what you laid out?
The Bishop and Ulster Fork will be combined at Ulster Fork at the fire hall.
Okay, Bishop to Ulster Fork.
I even had some first phone calls I got was the Bishop deal, because it started back with my great grandfather's name. They didn't want to take the Bishop name, and the Ulster Fork used to be Collins. They want to know, can we leave it Bishop Collins? Okay, going down to Holly Tree. Holly Tree, Preston, and Hambrick will become Princeton. Trenton and Garth will be brought up to Trenton. 3 precincts instead of 7.
Trenton also.
Trenton will be the place where the election will be held at the Trenton Fire Hall. The Garth been voting at Trenton.
I thought you had Garth and Holly Tree. Princeton.
Is that on a different district?
Yeah, it's the same district, but it's at the foot of 8 if you go off Skyline through Letcher.
There's that church. Did you add it to Trenton?
You could add it to, no, you couldn't add it to Trent because it's not a road, you could add it to Woodville.
Which one you talking about, Jason?
Holly Springs.
Well, Holly Springs, I mean, I went across these things right there, Holly Springs, now, could become Meat Creek, Pleasant Grove, is that right?
Holly Springs.
Holly Springs and Pleasant Groves are designated on the voting list
You could split them,
as
you know.
31A, 31B,
That we got.
which is illegal.
That's gotta be fixed.
Holly Springs.
There's one that's 31A, 31B.
Holly Springs, could
It's
it
not.
become Letcher?
Well, part of them could go to Letcher and part of them go to Woodville.
I mean, not Letcher, what is that called?
Holly Springs would have to come to Pleasant Grove, to
Pleasant Grove.
the community center,
That's what I said.
because that's
Here's-
illegal,
it's not
and that's
highlighted
gonna
on
have
mine.
to be changed.
Here's a voting deal, how they was, this was the presidential election.
And mine's not even highlighted Pleasant Grove. And a highlighter.
That's how many voted right there, if you look, that's how many at the past election, this is presidential election. I went back, got a copy from Donna.
So what did you say again, Phillips, 31A, 31B?
31A, 31B, I don't know when it was split, but that is illegal.
But where do we need to move them to?
I would move it to Pleasant Grove. And Holly Springs, which is held at the church, that's close enough to Pleasant Grove because you couldn't move it to Woodville because they would cross a congressional district. But 31A and 31B needs combined at 31A, which is Pleasant Grove, I think, on the, where we gave you the list of the precincts.
Yeah.
But those two are gonna have to be combined.
How about moving Asheville to Limrock?
Yeah, we talked
That
about
way it will be out of the waterworks building
Mm-hmm.
at the fire hall.
3.5 mile apart right there, basically.
Maybe a good idea there.
Whatever you do, just don't drag it out, because you need to have it done by next month.
Next month?
You need to decide what you're gonna do by next month.
What do we, after we do this, I mean, I know it has to be approved, it's gotta be looked at, what,
Y'all approve it, I reckon, don't you?
that's it? Once we say this is a polling place, that's it?
Yeah, the Department of Justice doesn't have any input anymore.
Yeah.
They used to, but they
No,
don't.
it's just
And once you get it all signed, sealed, and
As we change the
give it
names.
to us,
And
we
you gotta
have
go to work.
I gotta go to work.
Well,
and take
the names
care
will
of
be
it,
the
switch
same.
over.
When those are.
Not that, you know, the county commissions, one done this back in 1947 and established these and they got put, and then, you know, we're telling people they gotta go 7 miles the other direction instead of 3 miles down the road to vote. I just wanna make sure that, you
Well, it's
know,
like somebody's front yard in Scottsboro, they wanna know if they could vote for the city school or the county school superintendent, and the line for the district goes across their front yard. But their house is actually,
The best case in point, you know where I live.
Yeah.
You know where my brother lives, right there, his house faces County Road 45. Because he put his mailbox and his driveway on 137, he has to go to Stevenson, I go to Packard. Everybody that has
I
a
understand that,
mailbox.
that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, how did those get designated? How did
the
it,
county commission at some point in time years ago, I assumed, during
Years
the
ago.
district lines.
During the horse and buggy administration.
Well, all these that we've discussed, have we crossed anything on the districts like 22 and 23? That's the ones with Tommy's and Richie's. Has any of these been crossed?
I
The
don't think
District
so.
1 is all, what, 22?
Yeah, I don't think we.
Where is that
crossed
line at down through here? Does anybody know?
It ain't like that, it's like.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
it's, yeah.
But I don't think we've crossed any of those. That would be the other thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cause some,
I don't think so, do you, Kathy, on what they talked about?
The only thing would be.
I know on mine, it's all.
Holly Springs going to, whatever everybody wants to do, I don't make me no difference.
All right, well, I'll send it out to everybody, everybody can look at it, and if it looks like there'll be some changes, we'll try to get together and look at it again. Just, I don't wanna just keep hitting that horse, I mean,
So we're going March 11th then, instead of 12th.
for the school. Right. That's for the school board. Right,
Historical
yeah,
board.
right. Have any more, still have? Alright, so we will make a motion to adjourn. Well, I tell you what, before we do, I kind of got away from it because of the meeting, but has anybody got anything else to say? Alright,
I just like to say, I hope, it's hard making these decisions on closing things. But, most of the people that I've talked to, they have understood, and nobody wants to see anything taken away. But, in the long run, it's doing what's best for Jackson County. We're having to eliminate polls, but, we'll
Consolidation.
consolidate. That's the good
That's,
word.
yeah,
Consolidate. Thank you.
moving forward, that's progress.
Yeah, consolidate.
anything else? Get somebody to make a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
In a second,
I'll second.
all those in favor say aye.
You can
All
say,
opposed?